Hey, this is Mr. Aiden. This is the 2023 AP Calculus AB exam free response question number 2. Let's get to it. This was from the exam in 2023, which was on May 8th, Monday, May 8th. And this is question number 2, the second of the calculator free response questions. And you can see it's about some guy named Steve. Steven is swimming back and forth in a 50-meter long pool for 90 seconds, and they model the velocity. So put that in your calculator, that v of t, or you can put v of x in your calculator, and make sure you put it in correctly, and make sure you're in radians. And you can see question A is saying find all the times in the interval at which between 0 and 90 at which Steven changes direction. And so you're going to either graph this or solve and set. So if you put in your calculator, solve v of t is equal to 0 and solve for t, it ends up giving you t is equal to 56 seconds. 56 seconds. If you take a look at the way the graph looks at 56 seconds, you can see it changes from positive to negative at t equals 56 seconds. And so you have your v of t is changing from positive to the v of t is changing to negative at 56 seconds, which means the velocity is going to end up being 0, which means that is where the Steven is changing direction. And so when the velocity ends up equaling 0 and when the velocity changes from positive to negative, that is when Steven is changing direction, and you need a reason with that answer right there. Then we go to question B. Question B says find Steven's acceleration. So we're trying to find the acceleration at 60 seconds, which means v prime of 60. You're going to put that in your calculator, and you end up getting negative 0.036016, and you can see the units. We know the velocity is in meters per second, and so the acceleration would be in meters per second squared or meters per second. We also want to find if Steven is speeding up or slowing down at 60, which means we want to know what's the velocity at 60. You put in your calculator velocity at 60, you get negative 0.15951 meters per second, which means if acceleration and velocity are both negative, they're both the same sign. If they're both the same sign, you know Steven is speeding up, which means you can see the velocity is negative, which means Steven's going in the opposite direction. The acceleration is negative, which means he is speeding up in the negative direction. And so that is question B. Question C wants to find the distance between Steven's position at 20 seconds and position at 80 seconds. And so if you want to know the position at t equals 20, you could do an integral from 0 to 20 of v of t dt. And that's going to show Steven's position at this, which is 18.58873 meters. That is Steven's position at 20 seconds. And then if you want to know the position at time is equal to 80 seconds, you're going to go from 0 to 80 of v of t. I don't know why I did parentheses on that one, but v of t dt. And I get 41.97273 meters, which means when you take this number and subtract from that number, you get a distance of 23.38397 meters. Okay, you could have also done the difference between 20 and 80 of the velocity of t and gotten the same number, and I did it kind of the safe way, where I was taking a look at where he was at 20, where he was at 80. I subtracted those two numbers, and that is the distance between those two values. Then we want to find the total distance between from 0 to 90, and so we're going to go take an integral from 0 to 90 of the absolute value of v of t dt, and that would give you your distance, and he travels 62.16422 meters over that entire time. That is his distance, not his displacement, but when we do absolute value, that is his distance. And that's question number 2 for the 2023 AP Calculus AB exam. Check out my YouTube channel for more calculus. Check out MrAiden.com, my website, for more calculus as well. Have a good day. I'll see you with the no calculator problems in just a little bit. Thanks, guys. Bye.